What is up, guys, and welcome to the episode of the Unexpert analysis. I am Carl Saldina, and today I am reviewing Ocean's 8. That's right, folks, I just watched Ocean's 8, and I'm going to tell you right now, I loved it. I don't know what the critics are saying, or what the Rotten Tomatoes are saying. I don't know why it's at a 68%. My expectations coming in this film were very high, and you know what? I loved it. I liked it a lot. It was pretty good. Getting into the director, Gary Ross. I mean, he's not a director I know very well. I don't think he's known very well for his directing. I mean, he directed Hunger Games, which, I mean, I don't really say, hey, I want to watch Hunger Games. I'm dying to watch it, Or, Seabiscuit. Again, I don't even have Seabiscuit. I don't even think I have the Hunger Games. But he wrote Big, which I love Big, with Tom Hanks. So I give him major kudos on that. And I give him major kudos on directing this film. I mean, he's following up from all the Ocean's films with Steven Soderbergh, a legendary director who I personally love. And, for Gary Ross to actually, step in and do this, I mean, I think he did a phenomenal job. When I first heard that a male director was directing it, at first I was like, I mean, why couldn't they just let, Patty Jenkins or Catherine Bigelow directed? I mean, maybe that's not their film-esque, but give it to a female director. I mean, let them have a shot at it, But I think Gary Ross did very well in the directing. I think he directed the actresses very well, and I think the actresses did phenomenal on their own. But I'll get into that later, because the plot and writing wasn't there as much. The plot was a little, obviously it's a heist film. So, I mean, you're going to have, that heist feel of it. It wasn't like Ocean's 11. Ocean's 11 obviously was great. The plot itself was very, complex. It was like, oh, whoa, what happened there? But this writing for this film, it seemed a little, sloppy. And the pacing was off. The pacing was off very much in the beginning. But once it got towards the middle, towards the climax to the end, it got really good. I mean, I was leaning forward towards the end. I was like, oh crap, what happened? They did all that? What's gonna happen next? And I'm not gonna give any spoilers away, but I mean, I loved it. And but the plot and writing I did not love. But what the plot and writing wasn't there with, the acting was, because you had Sandra Bullock, Kate Blanchett, you had Mindy Kaling, you had Sarah Paulson, you had Awkwafina, you had Rihanna, and you had Helena Bonham Carter. That's right. And you also had Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway, folks. And, I mean, Rihanna did a phenomenal job. Battleship, I mean, she's come a long way since Battleship. But to be honest, I love Battleship. I mean, I love my action films. It was in that time when they were making Hasbro, stuff back to back, Transformers. But I love Battleship. Peter Berg, major kudos. I mean, I'm sorry to get the, thing away from, Ocean's 8. But Rihanna did a phenomenal job. Major kudos. We Are Not Worthy, Rihanna. Anne Hathaway, another talented actress. I mean, these actresses did so much with this film. I mean, they brought chemistry with each other. I would never thought all these actresses would have that kind of chemistry with each other, and it was great. They were phenomenal, and I loved them. I loved them in this film, and I would love to see them all in a sequel, Ocean's 9. And with the acting, the cinematography was just as great. I mean, the acting design, the set design, the costuming, the shots, the camera angles. It was very, very well thought out with the cinematography, and I loved it. Major kudos to, the cinematographer. He did a very great job. But, again, the acting, it was so there. I mean, it was like the Oceans, honestly. I mean, I loved it. There was parts where I was just laughing. I was like, oh, Kate Blanchett, you got me that time, you silly goose. But music score, wise, I mean, there wasn't that much really score was more soundtrack. There was a lot of like soundtracks of songs of artists, and so I mean it was there. It was cool. I mean it was chill. And then when like the heist part started happening, it kind of brought in that heist sound, you know, like little like congas and like so I mean it was cool. I mean I give it. So you guys, I mean, go watch Ocean's 8. I loved it. I had a great time with it. I mean, my expectations were very high, but you know, in the beginning it kind of was like brought down to a little bit. I was like, man, this movie isn't gonna be good. But towards the end, it made it up, and I mean, it's a great film. Go watch it if you have time. I highly recommend it. It will be very fun. And you know what, guys? Let me know what your favorite heist film is. My all-time favorite heist film, which I think I've said it before in other reviews, is The Italian Job. It could be any heist film. It could be any of the Ocean's film. It could be a movie with the name Ocean in it. I don't care. Just put it in the comment section. Please leave a like. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. And again, I'll see you guys when I see you. Peace.